Good afternoon, everybody. Here we are at the most unique themed attraction on Earth, the Ark Encounter. Life-size Noah's Ark in the background. Beautiful blue sky. What a beautiful day in Kentucky. You know what? It saddens me. On a day like today, we'd have thousands of people here, but there's no one because we're closed down right now because of the coronavirus situation. But anyway, we have a fun day for you today. So this is Karina. Now Karina is this one, not the goat's not Karina.
No.
Okay. The goat is a goat, although they all have names.
They do, yeah.
And Karina knows the name of them all.
Yes.
So we're going to tell you about those. And we have a goat with mental issues, I'm told. And we have a great grandma goat here too. Is that right?
Just a grandma.
Oh,
yes.
Grandma. I thought it was a great grandma. Okay. So as people are getting online here, I am going to go and follow your comments, ask any questions. We'll answer as many as we can right now, and others Karina will answer later.
Yes.
We have Leanne, who's our senior zoo manager over there. You're going to see goats do something fun here, right?
Yes.
So here we have fodder. It's actually barley that was grown hydroponically in our greenhouses. In fact, I did a video on this the other day showing you how we grow the fodder, and we've got it distributed around here. And apparently when we let the goats in, I have to run out of the way. Is that right?
Yes, they're going to go a little nuts. They're really excited. So we have 28 goats here at the Ararat Ridge Zoo currently. Now some of them will be moving to the Creation Museum shortly, but for now all 28 of them are here. Now while we have been closed during the day, we allow them to roam this whole hillside. So goats are browsers, so they like to eat things off of branches and bushes. So you can kind of see where they've cleared out a lot of the area while we've been closed. So during the day, they're allowed to roam this whole vast hillside. And then we do bring them in the evenings. So we're going to bring them in a little early today so you guys can see them all up close.
So they're going to come into our fodder restaurant.
Yes.
So they're lining up outside the restaurant right now.
Yes, you can see all of them. They're really
excited. Are they going to run?
Yes.
What about all the other ones up there?
They will come.
Oh, they will come?
So we're going to get a good shot of them all coming in the gate.
They will come. Here we go.
All right.
All right.
Here they come.
Here they go.
So I love our goat herd because they're all so colorful. We've got all shapes and sizes of goats here at the Ararat Ridge Zoo. So we're going to meet them all today. we do have quite a few that were actually born here, so we'll meet some of those too. Let's wait for them all to come inside.
Have we got them all?
Did we get them all?
Okay. Oh,
All
there
right.
they go. They love
Here
that
they go.
fodder. Look at that.
They're going to town. So,
Okay, I want to see how good you are, Karina. Tell me the names of some of these.
Okay, so we'll go through everybody. Now, we do have all biblical names here. So most of our goats are from the Old Testament. So we have our Abraham clique over here. So these guys are all related. So we have Sarai is right here in the middle. She is our oldest goat. She's actually going to turn 13 on April 30th. And these are her kids here. So she has twin daughters. This one is Keturah. And then her twin sister Hagar is right here. And then their brother Abraham. So these guys all kind of came together. And then Sarai actually has grandkids because Hagar had twins a few years ago. And they are Isaac and Ishmael. And let me see if we can find where they are. Here they come. So this is Isaac and this is Ishmael. So those are Sarai's grandkids. And Isaac's really cute. If you can see, he's got a heart on his side right there. And he's kind of got a milk mustache. So Isaac's got his little heart on the side of his body.
I don't even remember the name of the first one.
Yep, we've got 28. So that's our Abraham gang. And then over here, we've got Miss Jala coming down the hill. Now, Jala means little goat, and that is actually a Hebrew name in the Bible. So this is Miss Jala. Judah is up here. Judah was actually born right here at the Creation Museum, too. Now, his mother has since been adopted by one of our associates because he loved her so much. So his mom is actually living with one of our associates now. But Judah was born here at the Ark Encounter as well. And then we've got some of our big boys. So this here is James and Jude. They also came together. And James is just the biggest sweetheart. And I think Jude has some very, very lovely coloration here. And then we've got Levi up here. So we do have quite a few named after the 12 tribes of Judah. This guy right here is Issachar. And Issachar came with Zebulun. Zebulun is over here. He's coming towards us. Zebulun's our little special goat. He's not quite all there, but he's got a really sweet personality. He's a little goofy looking. He actually snores really loudly too when he sleeps, but Zebby is definitely a staff favorite because he's really special. We like Zebulun a lot. And then let's see, back here we have Castle and Naphtali. Now these two are little pygmy goats, so they're the smallest goats we have. Castle was actually the first animal born here at the Ark Encounter. So Castle was our first little baby born at our zoo. She only weighed about 2 to 3 pounds. I could hold her when she was born. She was itty bitty. So love Castle. She's one of my absolute favorites. And then her mom back here is Naphtali. So they tend to hang out together a lot. And then let's see. Over here, I have a trivia question for you kids. So this black and white goat here, his name is Malchus. And this is some Bible trivia for you guys. So Malchus is a La Mancha goat. Now La Mancha goats are known for having little to no external ear flaps. Now they can still hear you just fine. There's nothing wrong with their hearing. They were just bred to not have those external ears. So why do you guys think we would name a goat, a La Mancha goat, with little to no external ear flaps, Malchus? That's your Bible trivia question.
Okay, how do you spell Malchus, Karina?
Malchus.
Okay,
so that's your trivia question.
I'll look for the answers here. Why would we name a goat that has almost no ears?
Why would we name him Malchus?
Why would we name him Malchus?
This guy over here is Joel, and then we've got Boaz here. He's one of our Nubian goats. He's enjoying some fodder. And then his brother Obed is also over here. Here comes Obed. Obed's right here, this brown guy with the horns. All right, we also have a very unique group of animals here. We actually have a set of quadruplet siblings. So it looks like most of them are over here. So we're going to migrate.
They're really enjoying that fodder.
Yes. So Meshach here is one of the quadruplets. So he's kind of heading over to his siblings. So quadruplets are pretty rare in goats. Goats typically have twins or single babies. They can have triplets, and occasionally they have quadruplets. So we have Shadrach here, and then Meshach, and then let's see.
We've got some people answering here.
Oh, really?
We have Mary and Peter. Oh no, he said Peter cut off his ear in the garden.
Yes.
Samantha, age 8, says because Malchus had his ear cut off.
Yes, that
And
is
Morgan,
right.
Malchus
That's why we
was
named him Malchus.
The
You guys
high
are so
priest of
smart.
Caiaphas, whose ear was cut off by Simon Peter.
Yep.
Caleb, Peter cut off his ear. Oh, they're all
You
getting
guys
it.
are so smart. Yep, that is why we named him Malchus. So then we have the mom of the quadruplets is this tan La Mancha here. Her name's Manasseh, and she's probably my favorite goat. Now, Manasseh was a rescue, and when she came to us, she was in really rough shape. She was really emaciated. Her hooves were massively overgrown. She did not look good at all, and we actually spent a really long time rehabbing her, and she is doing amazing today, as you can see. And then Danielle here is another one of the quadruplets. So we had Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and then we had one little girl, so we named her Danielle, kind of after Daniel, but we made it feminine. So
Someone
when
asked
Danielle,
what they're eating. Well, at the
Fodder.
beginning we told them it's fodder.
Yes.
It's actually barley that was grown hydroponically
yes,
in our greenhouse as
Yep.
part of our horticultural centre. And then they feed the animals this as a special treat, right?
yes,
and for
they
their nourishment.
love fodder. So we usually get a delivery of fodder from our grounds department every day, and we give it out to all of our animals. And you can see they really enjoy it. So Danielle here was actually only about 2.5 pounds when she was born. So
Anna wants to know why goats have horns, like that one has horns, right?
So goats typically do have horns. A lot of our goats have, they don't have horns because they are in a petting area environment. So if we have the ability to have goats without horns, we do that. But some goats come to us with horns. And Danielle here has horns because when she was born, she was only about 2.5 pounds, and we actually weren't sure if she would make it. But we had an amazing staff member. Her name was Jessica, and she took the time all day for many, many days to syringe feed her to make sure she got all the nutrition she needed because she couldn't really fight off her 3 much bigger siblings. So we basically bottle raised Danielle to make sure she could get all the nutrition she needed. And as you can see, she's grown up into a beautiful young goat here. So Danielle is definitely a success story. And then Abednego is the calico La Mancha on the far end over there. And he's next to Rebecca. Rebecca was another goat who was born here. And I think the last one we have to introduce is her mother, Dinah, which she is standing along the fence line right over here. So Dinah is Rebecca's mother. She's that brown one against the fence.
You know what? To all the boys and girls out there that are watching, you can tell that our zoo staff love their animals here, and they take great care of them. For somebody to go through and know the name of every one of these,
Yes.
and also know about some of them when they were born and what happened and so on, you can tell that they really take good care of our animals here, and they do.
Yes, so I've been here since the beginning, and I was here for a lot of their births, so I've been here since a lot of them were babies and watched them grow up, so I do love these guys a lot. Now to help you guys, when you guys come back, when we're reopened and our petting area is able to reopen as soon as, you know, our state guidelines allow, we kind of made it easy for you guys to figure out which goat is which, because the top questions we usually get in the petting area are, is it a boy or a girl, and what are their names? So all of our goats here have collars on. If they have a blue collar, it's a boy goat. If it has a purple collar, that means it's a girl goat. And then they do actually have their names on their collars.
So
you
this
guys
is a
can
boy
always
goat.
look. This is a boy goat.
See,
This
I
is
got
Abraham.
it right. I was able to guess.
This is Abraham. He just had a birthday last week, so he's a good boy. Abraham's a big sweetie.
They love that fodder. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. They will just go to town over this stuff. Oh, and then I actually forgot to. So this is Naomi. And then where's Ruth? Ruth is right here on the pedestal. So Naomi and Ruth. Yes. I think those are our last two. I think we've introduced everyone now. So, yes.
Okay, so now we know all the goats. I wonder how many kids remember the names that you said.
I know, that was quite
names.
a lot of names.
I'll guarantee there's nobody who can go and list all 28 names of what you said there.
So a lot of these guys are rescues. People usually ask where they come from. So quite a lot of them, some of them were born here. Some of these goats did come to us pregnant. Some of them were rescues. So, and then some of us came from farms that gave them to us. So kind of all from all over the place.
So somebody wants to know, okay, blue for boys, why not pink for girls?
Because we like purple better here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a simple answer. They just like purple better.
So yeah, we zookeeper consensus was we like purple. So purple is also much easier to come by collar-wise when we're buying in surplus.
For that, you can tell that they just love that fodder.
Now, a lot of people ask us what kind of goats we have, what breed we have. So we do have a lot of mutt goats here, obviously. Like I said, a lot of them are rescues or mixed breeds. But we have about 4 basic breeds represented here. We have our pygmy goats, which are the really tiny ones. They're the smallest breed of goat. Little Castle, the Calico, and her mom Naphtali, they are pygmies. And then we also have Nigerian dwarf goats, which are like Abraham and Sarai and Hagar and Keturah. These guys are Nigerian dwarves. We've got our Nubian goats like Obed here. So Nubians are known for being big goats with the long floppy ears. So Boaz here, Joel, Obed, these guys are all at least partially Nubian, if not all Nubian. And then we, of course, have our La Mancha goats, which are the ones that do not have ear flaps. So again, when you guys come here and you see goats without ears, like Abednego, the Calico over there, or Malchus, we did not cut them off. We did not do anything weird like that. They are actually born that way, and they can hear you guys just fine. But this breed was actually developed right here in the United States. And a woman basically aesthetically thought they looked very unique. They have a very docile, friendly temperament. They're a good dairy breed. So they've gotten very, very popular. And like I said, they were created right here in the United States. So when you guys see our goats without ears, that's what they are. They're little La Manchas. This is Joel. Hi, Joel.
So goats belong to what kind, Karina?
They belong to the caprine or Soan kind. So that includes goats, sheep, as well as ibex. So goats and sheep have been known to reproduce to create hybrids. They're usually called geep, I believe. So it's not super common, but goats, sheep, ibex all belong to the same biblical kind.
So on the ark, there were 7 pairs of the clean and 2
Right.
pairs of what are called unclean.
Yes.
So goats, sheep, ibex will be in the clean. So there would have
Yes.
been 7 pairs of these
Yep.
on board Noah's Ark.
Yes, so they are clean animals according to Levitical law because they do have the cloven hooves and they do chew their cud. So, yes, these guys would have been clean animals. This is Shadrach here. He's a little naked right now because he broke his collar, so we have to get him a new collar. But that is Shadrach. He's one of the quads. And then this is his brother Meshach. He's another one of the quads. And then Abednego is right here. So you can see out of the quadruplets, only Abednego inherited the La Mancha ears from his mom. So the other 3 quadruplets did get long ears, but Abednego has his little La Mancha ears right here, and he's a real sweetie.
So Ethan wants to know, he's 11, how many boy goats and how many girl goats do we have?
Oh gosh, I have not.
You know the names of
I
every
know.
one of them, and you don't know
I
how
would
many
have to
boys,
mentally count. I will get back to you on the comments once I can mentally count how many. I do believe we have more boys than girls, though.
Somebody said we used to raise goats here. We raised mini Nubians and had
Yes.
Nigerians and Nubians for our mini Nubians, and we had raised Shetland sheep.
Yes, yes. We used to have a Shetland sheep at the Creation Museum. She lived with us for a really long time. Her name was Midnight. I think she was 14. So we definitely love those little Shetland sheep. She was quite a personality.
I've had people, a couple of people now tell me they love the names.
Thank you. So these guys came to us in groups. Either they came from a rescue or they came as a family group. So we tried to theme them based on their groups. So like Abraham's group, so here's Abraham. So it was him and then his mom and 2 sisters. So
And
Abraham,
I notice they tend to get in their family groups a bit,
yes,
do
they do click. They kind of sleep together in their cliques. You'll usually see them all grouped together sleeping. So since Abraham had 3 wives during his lifetime, we named them all the 3 girls after Abraham's wives. And then, of course, we had our quadruplets. So we did Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and then Danielle, who's right here again. And then we did the 12 tribes of Judah. Like we have Judah, Manasseh, Naphtali, Levi. We have quite a few of those guys. And then we had a group of 4 that came to us, 2 boys and 2 girls. So we did Boaz, Obed, Ruth, and Naomi.
So somebody asked about fainting goats, but we don't have fainting goats.
No, so we do not have fainting goats here. So that response is basically a defense, a fear response, overexcitement. So in a petting zoo environment, it would not be really healthy for them, for people to be causing them to do that all the time. So it's not really... We don't really encourage that kind of behavior, so we do not have fainting goats here, no. So
Caleb, 9, and Chloe, 8, love all their names.
Thank
So
you.
A lot of them love all their names.
It was a collective effort. Like I said, I think Leanne's mentioned in previous videos, most of the names we kind of vote on as zookeepers. We'll either come up with a group of names and then vote on them. Sometimes we just kind of know, like we'll have an animal that comes in a group of 3 or 4 or like a pair. So we try to find pairs in the Bible or groups of 3 or 4 or like a theme we like to use. So
Now we're taking,
yes.
some of these goats are going to move up to the Creation Museum. We already have some goats up there.
So we actually have Malchus, that black and white La Mancha that I asked you guys about earlier. I don't know where he ran off to. Oh, he's up at the top over here by Joel and Jude. So Malchus is actually the half-brother of Eustace. Eustace is one of our goats at the museum, so he will be going up there. Judah is the brother of Diggory and Lucy, so Judah will also be going up there. So yes, some of these goats will be moving up to the museum. A couple of them are going to be adopted by one of our staff members because we are kind of renovating and reshaping our zoo to make room for some new, more exciting animals. So yes.
So somebody said, do you have Joseph with a color coat, and do your goats give milk?
Okay, so first question, Joseph with the color coat. So we do actually have a spotted donkey. She's beautiful. She is black and white spotted, and her name is Josephine. And that's why we named her that, because we thought of the colorful coat. So we had her before a lot of these guys, so she claimed the name for Joseph. So her and Jochebed, her other spotted donkey, they're kind of a pair. So we do have a Josephine named after the colorful coat. And yes, goats do give milk. So goats are primarily used either for meat or for milk. So yes, when our females here had their babies, they did have milk. We sometimes would milk them to help out, especially with the quadruplets, because one mama goat, it was hard for her to feed 4 babies. So we did have to kind of supplement them sometimes with milk from some of the other moms. So Shadrach here, he's one of the quads, and Meshach. So Meshach took a bottle really well as a baby, so we often bottle fed him so that his mom, Manasseh, wasn't overwhelmed with 4 babies.
See, Noah said, you should have a goat named Noah. You know, we should. This is Noah's Ark, right?
Well, we're saving the name Noah because it is Noah's Ark. We want to save it for like a really, really charismatic, large, exciting animal. So,
okay.
The executives have to approve that too. So Noah is one of those names we're saving for like a really,
something really special,
fantastic animal.
Okay,
yeah,
so we'll do that.
Noah's such a special name that we're saving it.
We'll do it sometime in the future.
So stand by. We will probably have a Noah at some point.
You know, somebody asked about notifications for when we put these up and stream them live. They said they got their notifications 16 minutes after we started.
Oh,
you know,
no.
that has nothing to do with us, and that depends on Facebook, and you know, not everyone gets notifications, and that's one of the problems. But we actually archive all of these programs on our Answers in Genesis YouTube channel, and they're archived on my Facebook page as well.
Yes, so you can go back later to rewatch the whole thing.
But in about a week, we're going to release some really exciting news.
I'm so excited about that.
We're not telling anybody yet, but in
it's a
about a week, it's a secret.
Okay.
We have something exciting where you will have access to these programs like you wouldn't believe.
Yes,
but anyway,
I'm so excited about
you'll
that.
just have to keep watching our website, and we're going to release some very exciting news in the near future. Before May 1, actually probably on May 1.
May 1?
Is when we'll release some exciting
news. So about a week, stand by. It's really exciting.
So we need to be praying, ask everyone to be praying out there that the Lord will do a miracle and allow us to open up soon. We don't know when, but we just have to be patient. And in the meantime, we need to feed all our animals and feed our zoo staff.
They still need to be cared
and
for.
Others.
And
so if anyone wants to help us here, they can go to our answersgenesis.org donate page and help us survive through this situation. So this is the Lord's ministry.
Yes.
And it's His Ark, and it's His museum.
Yes.
And we know He'll look after it, but He uses His people to do that. Well, with that, Karina, it's been really fun being around all these goats today.
They're
and
a lot of fun.
You can smell that fodder as they eat it, can't you?
It's so fresh.
Yeah.
So it's a really good smell.
Then comes straight from our greenhouse where it's growing hydroponically down here. And I'm sure they'll finish the rest of that off this afternoon.
Oh my gosh, yes. It'll all be annihilated. And we do typically have this area open for guests to come touch the goats. We usually have a brush bucket, but again, with the situation going on, we're not sure when we'll be able to reopen our petting area or how that will work. We might have to have some different guidelines for that. But even if we have our petting area closed, when we do end up reopening, you will still be able to see the goats on the other side of the fence. They will still be here for you guys to see.
Well, I'm sure, there'll be all sorts of guidelines, and we've got people working on all that right now.
Yes.
I mean, we're sort of guessing.
Yeah.
But who knows? But we're working on all sorts of ways in which people can come and experience the Ark and experience the zoo and all the things that we do here.
Yes.
And, this year in July, we should be opening our virtual reality building.
That is really exciting. Yes.
And that's going to be unique, where people can actually, and of course there'll be all sorts of sanitization of the
Yes.
glasses they put on and that sort of thing. But you'll be able to go back and meet Noah and build the ark,
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
you'll feel like you're all there.
I
and
didn't
sort
even
of
know
see
this.
it in 3 dimensions. Oh yeah,
That's really exciting.
this is going to be incredible. This is every bit as good as the quality that you get from Universal Studios or Disney or places like that. It's amazing.
Wow.
So anyway, we'll tell you more about that as time goes on. Well, with that, hey, we'll say goodbye here from the Ark Encounter. Look at the Ark in the background. Look at that blue sky. And the goat right here beside Karina.
Yes.
The goat's on the right. Now it's in the middle.
This is Ruth.
Ruth the goat.
Yes.
And you see the Ark in the background. Isn't that a beautiful picture?
Yes.
It really is. Okay, hope you enjoyed today. Come back again tomorrow.